Yo, Jordan, you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, you sound like you in the bathroom.
Nah, what's up?
Where this nigga E at, man? But man, y'all didn't even tell me we was having a Zoom today.
Nah, I don't even know it.
You call this nigga, man. Call this nigga, man. Trying to hit that nigga up, man. This nigga, man. That's your boy.
Hmm?
Let's get this out of the way because I know some of y'all gotta go eat y'all Easter dinner. This that powerful monster gold. Beautiful. Turn SMT off. All right, let me project it from a higher. It was a monthly. You look at it from a monthly perspective. 0.5, 1, -2. Where you draw your fib at? Anchor this bad boy. And look at a weekly. Weekly when we it has already hidden all our numbers on the weekly time frame. Now let me project it from this low to this high. Uh, this high, this low. Never even retrace. Oof.
Looking long in the tooth.
Long in the tube. It's wild how this motherfucker moving, man. Like where you anchoring from now? It's like we've already hit. This is the low, high, and a retrace. This negative 135. It gotta get a retrace somehow, but as long as it's going up, you can take it up.
Might be getting
From
ready to get one.
right from a higher time frame, it's bullish.
Because you see that, like, how that candle it closed?
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it come down this week. You know what I mean? But still some level of resistance up there, obviously.
That's the same thing we say here. And look at that close and look at the next week.
Yeah, but you did get a down week. That's what I'm saying.
Got an up and down
Is,
week.
is that a volume imbalance right there by the zero? Like a tiny one?
It's a tiny gap, a weekly gap. Yeah, baby gap. But then you're looking at a huge down move to even get down there. You're looking at the
I,
close right here. Now you're talking about it coming back down 100.
I'm just saying, like, to get the way that candle closed, it looks as if there's some level of rejection of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if it entertained coming down a little bit from there.
Let's look at it from a daily perspective. From a daily, it could come down.
Right.
Because from a daily, I will anchor my fib down here because you can't anchor it. There's no swing point right here. So now I'm
But
looking at
is that a volume imbalance?
yeah, you got a couple of them. One
That
here.
one and no, the one above, right
Yeah, right
there.
here. Yeah.
It's 3.
But also you look at it from this perspective. Now from a daily, you anchoring your fib from down here.
Now, when they get down there, yeah, you got 3. You got a mean ass order block, bullish order block.
Right.
But it just, I'm just paying attention to the candle itself. The candle saying, hey, I try to go higher, but I can't get as far as I want to go. So it closed with a significant wick on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the biggest thing is it's like this is no man's land right here.
Right. That's why I'm going with what the candle telling me instead of, saying, oh, we finna run again next week. You know what I mean? Like the candle saying there's some kind of rejection.
One thing I tell you about gold is when you think of respect, that thing just start revving. You just start revving. I'm looking at like if I'm looking at anything, looking at this daily gap. But then also you look at it from a 4-hour perspective. What the 4-hour tell you? Up. 4-hour does not tell you down. If we doing TFA, this is bullish on the 4-hour.
Yeah, you can get that. That's what I'm saying. I'm just going off what I see on the higher time frame. But the lower time frame, speak on the higher time frame. I play it how it come, but I would play it how it come, but I am cognizant that I'm looking at the design of it. Like it's if you look at how straight, like go back to the what's that, the weekly. All right. You see how squeeze it back. You see the whole perspective. Go back, squeeze the other side too.
Ain't nothing here.
I know, just squeeze it. Just keep squeezing. All right. You see how like straight, like you got damn near straight up like that.
Right.
Usually when I start saying that, that's when I start saying shit and getting long in the tooth and it need to come down. So I mean it's unsustainable, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
This angle, it started off as an angle, then it go for this.
Straight up.
Usually that's when it's time to start looking for a higher low, a higher high, and then it start coming back down the other way. You know what I mean? Like it start keeling over from there.
Right.
Based on what I noticed. But can't call tops bottom, but
Can't call it tops and bottom. As long as it go up, we buy it up.
Right. You just gotta play it day by day, year by year. You know what I mean?
Right. Like looking at the 4-hour, like going into tonight, Asian is bullish on gold. That's bullish.
What the 15-minute look like.
Right. Now I'm looking on my 15. 15 is bullish. And what do we got to the left? No gap until we get up here.
Yeah, possibly. But we also just hit this order block. So we hit it one time, it came down in it. If there's anything in it,
It's gone.
It's gonna have to show it. Right? Just don't talk about this right here.
It hit it already, rejected
And
it.
here,
Oh,
then we done
go.
push through it. We're pushing up to it. So we'll see.
To me, we took all the juice out of this order block.
I can see that. I can see that.
And for me, if I'm looking at this and if I'm looking at TFA, I'm looking at I'm measuring this range from this low to this high. If it come back down below 50% and flip, like if it come back down here, man,
Yeah.
33.58 is high probability because now you're looking at oh no, it ain't coming down there.
No, I'm saying you got your W down here.
Oh yeah, you got a W down there. You're right. Yeah.
They got to close above him. Let's see.
I'm looking at this. Okay, we got this low right here, and we got this potential high. If it come back down to Asian session below 50, right in this gap, oh, it's game time.
Right.
Now you and look 0.5 line up with up here, and I'm looking at this gap right here.
Right.
Let's just say it reject in this area, and now you're talking about 28 point move. Like if it's me, I'm having my I'm drawing my box right now. Draw my box right now. Put my alert, put my horizontal array, add my alert.
And they can very well open up like bullish.
Right.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Because for me, it would neglect everything if we opened up and start pushing the button, taking out these highs.
That right, yeah.
What I want to see is it come right back down.
Right.
Like let's look at it from a 1 minute perspective. Is it's starting to come back over. See, and this is another thing. You look at it, it don't have to come back down here, as long as it's below 50% of that range. So this is the low, this is the high that it could potentially make.
Right.
And that's where you gotta look at it like, okay, I got this range from this low to this high.
So 50% damn near there anyway.
And it right. But then also that goes to your this one, like what happened if we only come back down here and start pushing? That's where your discipline coming like, okay, I will only take it if it come back below 50%.
Well, nah, not necessarily. Because that could be just continuation from what it was doing on Friday.
Right.
It could be going to finish. You just need to pay attention to what it's telling you on whatever time frame you on. You know what I mean? If it give you another gap, bullish gap, and a retrace into it, shit, you take it.
I was talking to Stephanie, I think she's on here too, and she was talking about, and we were talking about that too. Like sometimes you gotta wait for that lower low or below 50 because a lot of times it will come. Like it'll push down, it'll do this to you. It'll do this, and then you thinking that's the move. Now all of a sudden they come back down, then that's the move. Then they go up here.
Definitely do that.
Remember what we learned from ICT. If it's the move, it's gonna give you a discount. And we learned that from ICT. If it come back 50% and shift, oh, it's game time. It's game time.
Yeah, because how many gaps you got it now?
I think just that.
Just that one. Well, you got one right there.
Yeah, just that one. This one here. Then it's this one right here. Because to me, this 15-minute order block is done. If it was gonna go down here, it would have rejected here and went down here. When it start pushing up here, start closing up, because remember we learned if this is a order block and it's active, the main threshold should not be violated. We didn't demolish that block.
So why don't you put the A gap, yeah. Draw that gap there.
Say it again.
Why don't you draw that 15-minute gap there?
Right here.
The higher.
Oh, it's up here.
Oh, over here. And there's a gap here.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't. I'm not. I want price personally to come back lower. I don't want to get
No,
in
no,
it.
no, no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying put it there for, well, this your chart shit. You know what I mean? But just for reference, like it is a gap. And what happened is, like I said, what happens is that gap gets respected and then turn around and make another gap. It ain't took out no swing.
Okay, if we come down tonight and hit this and start pushing up, you in?
If it came down,
It came down.
and turned around and gave me another 15-minute gap immediately after,
Right.
you got to go in and might try to run all this.
That's where the rules come in. Like you got
What
to.
rule? That is a rule. The rule is it retraced and it gave you another bullish indication.
But it didn't come 50% of the range because it could come. If it's going to be the move, it's going to come back and give you a discount. Hold on, my friend Mr. Ron on here. Mr. Ron, do you agree?
All I'm looking at right now is what Anthony and I just discussed, that I want price to come and clean up all those gaps. So if it's going higher, come and clean it up and then turn around and go back up.
Talking
So
about a higher time frame, right?
yeah,
Because you got a gap here too.
yeah. So if it's going to so I would just wait. So I would like it to come down, like where you have your gap at the low right
Yeah,
there.
right.
Yeah. So come down, give me a setup to go higher.
Do you agree, Mr. Ron, that that is the better play than if it comes back down here and hit this and go up?
Yeah,
Because to me,
absolutely. Because
I don't believe like if it comes back down here and go up, I wouldn't feel comfortable holding it to.
and also what time is it? The time too.
But also, Mr. Ron, you gotta look at it like this is a continuation of New York. How did it? And it could do that. That's why for me, if it bounce here and go up here, I just missed the play.
Yeah, exactly. Just miss it.
And then I'll wait for the next 4 hour candle to print, and then I'll take my 15-minute range on that next 4 hour candle.
Yep.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, and I agree. I would just miss it. I mean, that's what we've been studying. Just miss the play, wait for the next setup. But I would prefer it coming back to where you have your level down there.
Yeah.
High open is gonna tell a whole lot.
Right. Right. Yeah. Opening at 6 o'clock. That's gonna tell a lot. Got my alert. Let's go. But higher time frame gold is bullish. I ain't gonna call no top or bottom. It's just going higher. The hardest part about being up here is there's no data to the left. You know how in any other thing you got data to the left. There's nothing. It's no man's land. So some people can say, well, you put your fib on it, okay? What happened is it'll hit somebody up here who got a whole lot of liquidity, and you think it's going 0.5 and it smack you.
What
When it get, you said what?
it normally does when there is no data, it'll come back inside and make some data.
Right. Exactly. That's why it's hard. Like when this thing was racing last week and it was going higher and higher, it's like, man, what's my target? Man, ain't no target.
You gotta let it come down. It comes down and then it'll turn around and go back up.
Right.
You use that stuff to the left, and you use that all-time high as a target or 0.5 from there. Once you see that it is going back up.
Right. Let's look at silver. Silver can't get above 50% of that gap. Still bullish, but it can come back down. I would have wanted a closer above 50% of this gap on the weekly. one thing I learned is like when I'm not sure, I just look for a little lower time frame. Daily. If you look at that huge sell-off we did at the beginning of the month, right now we are above 50%. If I'm a seller, this is perfect timing to sell the market. If I'm a buyer, I want it to show me that it wants to go higher. Because right now in this daily, this is a short-term high, lower high to the left or lower high to the right. We can come back down, potentially hit this BPR again, hit the BPR for the first time, and you got a whole lot of BIs below. One here, one here. So for me, if I'm bullish, I'm looking at this range from this low, from this high to this low. If I'm going long, I want to come back lower. Or I would want to see it hit this BPR, then show me bullish action. Because it can't do that. You know how we all talk about let the left confirm on the right. Okay, now for me, if I think this is going higher and I'm looking at it from a daily perspective, I want it to come back down, hit this bullish BPR, shift, and go higher. If not, this thing can come back down for it and hit this level, this BPR, come under here, liquidity, below here. How's that on the floor? You said what?
Question. So what makes that so much different than what I just said a few minutes ago? If it came back, hit something, turn around and gave you another bullish intent. You said you wouldn't like the ticket from it, but then
yeah,
it came right there and hit that BPR and gave you that. That's not 50% of that range.
Talking about
what we just said and go. That's not 50% on that one either. 115 minutes.
15 minutes. That's way up there. That's the top quarter of it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if it comes back to liquidity, hits the liquidity, and turn around and give you another bullish gap or good bullish intent to go the other way, what's the difference of that in what you just said now?
You can anchor it here to this high.
Right. So if it came back to that BPR, that's not 50% of that range. Either. No. That's 25%, just like that 25% on the other chart. That's all I'm asking. I'm just saying, like you said, you wanted to come back and turn around and show you. Don't assume it's just going to bounce. They got to show you. We got to give you a gap, a shift, a retrace, all that before you get back in. You know, like that's the second confirmation, right?
You're right. You're right. You're right.
I'm just saying the logic is the same. I'm just
the logic the same. Yeah, you're right.
Where you coming from on it, right?
I just look at it differently with gold and silver because I have data on silver to the left. Something about gold being so high. I need a little bit more, but I understand exactly what you mean.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Ideally, we all want it to come 50% first and then turn around and go up. That'll make everybody ass feel comfortable. You know what I mean? I get it.
But one thing about me, like if I do take it, and this is me personally, if I do take it, it gotta be a strong
displacement count, right?
It gotta be something strong on the right side that's set up, man.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Like this, like this.
I'm with you.
It gotta be strong. Hey, it can't be no in between, no half and half. No, it gotta be rock solid, man. Because a lot of trades I have lost is like me getting in there early like that. Like, okay, well, hit it, and also like me not measuring too. Because okay, you can say, well, I'm looking at this swing point. I know some people were like, but boy, you could probably move it up here. Nah, I'm looking at this energetic move, sell down, because this is I'm looking at this more than this. Yeah, but I understand what you're talking
about. Yeah, I mean, because they can in a situation like that, if I do take it, I'm not looking for it to go all the way outside. I might just go back to the damn swing it came from because it can hit me with a high.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And then drop. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to be cognizant of the layout.
Right.
You know, when you take that trade, I know that ain't something that, because you're gonna feel like you up too high. You know what I mean?
Always. So for me on this silver, I'm looking at on this 4 hour perspective. The 4 hour on silver. That's bullish. Lower high to the left, lower high to the right, came back down. We then sweep these lows. Sweep these lows. This 4 hour is bullish. So now I'm looking at my 15. Here we go, E.
Ain't bullish again. See, same, damn the same.
Here we go, E.
You know what I'm saying, man.
It's my swing point.
Pretty much the same scenario.
Nah, but that fit, yeah. Yeah. Got a gap right here.
How much of that OB it then went into?
Right here.
Yeah.
We're done. It's a wrap. We hit it the first time. Send it down. Pull up these lows. Then also knowing you, E, you probably looking at this run up right here. From this low to this high. Yeah. It just came, swept the liquidity below these lows, hit this gap, went up higher, took out this short-term high.
Yeah. It just, like I said, it's really going, how it open up, going to tell a lot.
Yeah, yeah, 6 p.m. will say everything. But also from the weekly perspective, I don't know because of how we came into that weekly gap and we didn't do nothing. You recording it? Yeah, everything we recorded. It's on YouTube.
Because would you consider that to be a
2022
yeah,
mentorship
market
model?
downside?
Now you talking about all this.
Right.
That's the target.
I mean, if you're looking for displacement, that's a hell of a displacement counter.
Right.
Right.
Yep. On a weekly candle.
Yeah.
And no gaps. It didn't hit no gaps of liquidity. Just like our lows.
Right. So did it go up here to come back down?
Come at it right.
Run down to the discount, which would be down here in that counter.
Right.
Yeah. Because from this range there, it's probably 70.
Right.
I'm just trying to apply the same logic I apply to on lower time frame to the high time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. So for me, I'm not bullish or bearish on
Yeah, I'd be sitting on my hands on that. I gotta watch that.
right.
You
I do
get
more
flipping on that.
Ooh, you get caught flipping, man. You'll get your head bust on silver because that's what she costs. It ain't worth it. Let's look at Shiny Baby. Crude oil. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, is that AMD?
Man.
Is that some
Always moving down.
manipulate down, or run the high, or that's just the first stage to the downside?
Man. Crude oil been doing the same shit, man.
funny how the market sometimes leave that shit in the middle, right? Like, it's funny.
Because from a weekly perspective, it's bullish. You're a nice swing, but now you're looking at like where's the liquidity inside this gap, and we hit that. I need more data.
Right. That's basically what I'm getting at too.
I need more data. Okay, from a daily perspective, is this is my swing point. This is the high. This is the low. If you're a seller, you selling here. You selling here.
Right. If I was a buyer, I already want to be in it.
Right, I already want to be in it.
So probably like on the 15 minutes, probably a gap down, some shit. Like, I'm sure there's something down there. See.
So me from a 4-hour perspective is it's bearish.
Right. It's just hitting the.
We just hit the weekly gap.
Right.
That's the weekly gap. Now you had a 4-hour gap right here. Now what could happen is it come back inside this 4-hour gap, then flip, then bounce.
Go higher.
Because for me, if I'm looking at this, I'm marking off this 4-hour gap here, and I'm marking off this liquidity above here. Whichever one is taking first. Now that's my TFA.
And then one below.
Correct, because like what E would do is he'll look at this like this. This is the low, the high. 80% retrace. 0.5 is up here. But I need more data. I need it to hit either this 4-hour gap here, or take out this high. Because if it takes out this high, that's previous week high. Now I'll be looking for a retrace to come back internal. And for me, internal is below here, inside this gap here. What do you think, E?
Yeah,
it's already inside that 4-hour gap.
You can play some ping pong. Hell, it can hit the top. It can open up, take out the top, and then go internal and hit one of them 4-hour gaps. Push it back the other way.
Right. You said what, Mr. Ron?
I said it's already inside the 4-hour already. So
right.
I would expect it to go up to the higher 4-hour.
Well, up here.
Right. Yeah, right in there. Yeah.
Right.
But for me, Mr. Ron, I needed to tonight either take out this 4-hour high or come back and hit this 4-hour gap. It's almost damn near almost there.
Yeah, I would just wait to see.
That's how I look at it. But from the higher time frame, don't know. Ain't no any more data.
Where the liquidity come from? What old liquidity? Oh, that's some old ass liquidity.
Oh yeah.
2020 what?
2021.
Hey.
somebody had a stop loss 4 years and sitting around there. It ain't never gonna get touched.
But that shit old.
It ain't never gonna get touched down here at 56. I know. Market said, okay. First year, second year, third year, 45, 47. Thank you. The big three. YM.
Don't start there. You gotta go higher. Let's start at the monthly.
Nah.
Let's start at the monthly.
What for the people in the back, what is this candle?
Inside week.
Inside week. After inside week, what we have?
Expansion.
Here you go. No way. Have expansion. Look. No, outside day, no, outside week. Yeah, outside week.
Institutions finna put their money back in the market.
That's why I say let's go. Let's look at the month.
Still trying to justify a buyout by the end of the month.
No,
Close that gap.
all I'm saying is be leery of a bat trap. They will run this shit on y'all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's because I'm looking at when I looked at the monthly, I'm looking at how that thing's shaping up. We got 2 weeks left. You know what I mean? Or a week and some days, or whatever. Like, it went into the liquidity, so we'll see. You know, we just got to see.
Because if it falls, you look at the YM. Next, you're looking down here at these 3 down candles, that order block.
Right.
Because if you take your fear from this low, there, at 62.
Right. Like I'm saying, on a month, from a monthly perspective, you could. I'm not calling for it, but you could get this. You can, let's say, in here, then it go up just like this, and then come back down. See what I'm saying? Like, don't just assume that it's just gonna go down. They're tricky like that. They give you that fake move to run up like it's gonna do something, and then drop down for real.
So if you look, so for me, looking at this from a weekly, I don't know. That's where I go down to my daily. Daily, that's saying down.
Don't look
That daily
pretty.
saying down. Put the fib on it. Swing high, swing low.
Yeah.
62 on the dot.
Don't look pretty.
Don't look pretty. And for me, we still working inside of that Wednesday, April 9th candle. That candle is a lot of liquidity in
Right.
there. But what could happen is it could flip here. If you're looking at it from this perspective,
flip, right? If it gonna flip, right, it's gonna flip,
right.
Well, it can come down, make a little lower low, hit the OB or whatever. Like, you never know what they want to do. But
It can flip here. It can flip here. It can come back down. But to me, looking at this, are we? And you got to ask yourself: are we more likely to take out this high or this low? Which one are we closer to? Because we only 200 points from the low, but we down there almost 1,000 from the high. Now let's look at it from a 4-hour perspective. Remember, we are 4-hour traders. 4-hour is our bias. 4-hour, I don't know, because 4-hour it could be. This is a swing, but the problem is this 4-hour came into this 4-hour gap.
right,
So for me, I need to get another 4-hour candle, or I want to see this happen.
just go and run it, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Just going to run it. Even gap over tonight at 6 o'clock. Gap to take out these lows.
Hey, boy,
What up, George?
can you run your field and see what this wick is right here?
Exactly.
Close to the low.
The fib or the GAN box?
Either one.
Okay, let's look at the GAN box.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like I said, the market have a funny way of leaving in a 50-50 spot. All right.
This could be a swing. Let's just say that this is a swing. Now let's look at it. If we was looking tonight, 4-hour.
I see it going lower, man. It's having a hard time respecting those bullish candles. 'Cause it done dipped into that 15-minute BPR once already. And it came back lower and still didn't give any juice up out of it.
Nope.
Well,
It could come back because, as he would say, this is the white meat. $79. Because if it comes, it hit this block. If it give you a flip inside of here,
oh, what happened if it open up a little bit more? Let's say it open right up in here. In 15 minutes, another 15-minute candle close, and now you got a 15-minute gap. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, again, the opening will tell us a lot. I open it, the first 15, 30 minutes won't tell
But
everything.
you don't see this whole move right here as a shift lower inside that whole 15-minute range? It took this low right here. Yeah. It hasn't even came back inside of it yet. So if it come up back in there, that's a problem.
Right.
problem. That's why you say he wants to see how it opens tonight.
This look like time frame alignment to me. If you look at it, like you said, I just got on, but 4 hour gaps. We close below the down close candles, which is your shift. So from a 4 hour, you drop down to the 15-minute. So time frame alignment, we should get those lows if it's coming out the 4 hour gap. It's not bullish until it closes back above all those down candles. You need a breaker. That's my opinion.
Bro,
Like you said, that's why I say I'm just gonna watch. By the time I get ready to trade, I ain't gonna have no wonder. Nope. Have a
because
strong
if it run these lows, not a 4 hours bullish. Now all you just need is a reach in the 15-minute. But it has been known to like come back down here, grab some more liquidity inside it because this part from here to here hasn't been touched yet. Hey Jordan,
What's up?
okay, we tonight we come down, take out this short-term low, give you 1, 2, the bullish candle. You taking it?
Nah, because I'm looking at it and it's just like how we look at it on the 1 minute. It then came into our gap already and then created this higher high and came down and created another high. I don't like that. It should have came down to where we wanted to get at inside the gap, then I would have taken that trade up. I want them lows ran first.
We have been known to not take lows, to just leave them sitting there, and then run up a couple hundred points, man.
Man, then I'll catch the sell down.
I guess sell down. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want that.
That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I need to know. I don't want to speculate. I need to have a strong conviction on one or the other. And the data is just gonna show me that. You know what I mean? I'm just making a case for both sides. And then I'm gonna let the chart tell me the answer. You know what I mean? I just want to know if it do this, then I need to do that. Or if it do this, then I need to do that. And I let the chart dictate the answer. I just don't want to go into it while it's doing what it's doing. Now I got to figure out what I'm supposed to do.
Hey, boy, pull your fib from the high to the low that it made. No, that's too high. Oh, my bad. But yeah, this right. No, just the current one. I got that range. It's in the 4 hour gap. So I'm not even pulling that range because it just didn't come back to 50 yet. But it shifted down here. Like I said, it closed below the up close candles. So like you said, it could give you that what you did with the lines. It could probably do that on a 1 minute chart and take those highs,
Make them
come
little
back
swings,
above
right,
50.
right,
You know what
and
I'm
then
saying?
go
Come back into
and
that
then come
gap
back down, right.
and then come back down. Because like that what you was doing right there, that's some lower time frame stuff. You got it, all that stuff you was doing right there, you need to see it close above them down close candles. It has to invert a bullish gap to be bear.
Be bullish.
What did he say? Yeah, it got to invert a bearish gap to be bullish. So you want to see that PD array taken. Like you want to invert that. And then you start looking for bullish plays. Because time frame alignment, 15 minute, you're gonna drop down to the one. So like from here, you just watching. But in my opinion, I would do this what Enum said. I would wait for it to take a high, then look for shorts. Like I wouldn't be trying to buy this at all. Mhm.
I'm
Wait,
just gonna let it play out.
what's this low here and what's this high?
That's a breaker.
No, I just want to know what the low, because that's where price looks like it bounced from. Okay, yeah. All right. So yeah, I would expect it to well, I'm gonna wait and see,
Go up
but
to the body. Go up to the body right quick. You see that? The body of this candle right here.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Move your cursor up to that,
the opener.
to the body, right? All right. Let's see.
Okay, so all right, that's where the rejection was. Okay, so it went into the gap. It made a high and a higher high, bearish signature. It should come down lower. And technically it should take out the swing.
Which one?
I would love that.
Right. Which one? This one
Give me a pre-Davis low.
or this
Hey,
one?
pre-Davis low.
That swing right there.
That's the one I want.
That's
Which one? The
Previous day low. I know somewhere it's gonna flip.
that's where I would want to see it.
because how many times have we gotten down to the low and they haven't taken it? And it run all the way back up.
Um, Yeah, I mean that's what I would like to see if I'm going long, but we'll see.
What we like and what the market do might be two completely
It's
different things.
another thing.
We're just speculating.
And what you want.
Right.
But that's how you map out, your trades and stuff. You have to sit there and analyze it so that when it does happen, you know what to do.
And know what to do instead of trying to figure it out on the fly.
Okay, let's look at grandma.
That's what I wanted to go up there and hit that down volume balance. Then drop.
Hmm. Hmm. No, not yet, Shani. We see you laying down with the blanket on and the glasses on. Oh yeah, we got you. We got you, and the scarf on your head. Oh yeah, you been on about a good 10 minutes laying down. I know it ain't that cold in New York City. Is that or you got your air on? Daily perspective. She got that fresh bonnet on. Yes, had an inside day. Next we outside. Previous day low. Previous day high. We can go external, this bad boy. We can go external to external. What the 4 hour tell me? That's consolidation hell right there. Right. See, this 4 hour don't tell you nothing. You can say it's bullish. This is a swing. To get the previous day low, you need a 40 points.
And gap down.
Right, gap down 40, gap down 40.
Hold them up right down. That's all your damn question. Right out the gate.
Because from a 4 hour perspective, this is bullish because this is a swing.
It's bearish. In my opinion, boy, we ain't closed above the down candles. Right here to your left. That's your order block. Gap, green candle. Like that's bearish. Yeah, that's your order block. That's just yeah, I would consider it bullish once it closed above the down candles. Now you got no more selling.
You always say that.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. You got squeeze the chart and then look left. Squeeze it a little more. There you go. Pull your fit like all that selling we was doing, all them bearish candles. This is just a retrace back into the selling. So you can pull your fit from over here. You can pull your fit from over here to down there. We just came back to a premium. Now, if we close above the down candles where we trading at right now, yeah, by all means, I'll definitely say we somewhat bullish at that point. But for right now, I'm still looking down.
Squeeze that chart. Like all the way from the beginning, to where we started falling from. Now slide it down. All right. This is the first sign I saw like some real legit bullish activity when we got down and made that W.
Right there?
Yep. Because
I just
yeah.
You said what happened, E? Oh, because of the gap?
No, I said everything else was cap. Coming down. Like any up move was just bullshit to go back down. This is the first significant, but we hit a significant level too. You know what I mean? Now, what I'm trying to determine or figure out is, are we on this side of the curve now on the buy side of the curve or not? Because I do see the W. I do see the significant move up. That hadn't happened on the way down, nowhere until there. And then this could be this to do this. And it could just go up just to hit that, bring his ass back down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going off.
You watch. Yeah, that's why I said I'm just watching it from
the
lower time frame perspectives and things like that.
Like that.
Yeah. Hey, but before you look at it, boy, because E said, I keep saying that. Hey, go to the daily real fast, boy. I just want to show E something real fast. To the daily chart. And you'll move it over so I can just see it at the top. All right. Now, here we go right here. It started off from like up here. There you go right there, E. There you go right there, E. There you go right there. And then here you go right here. That's how I trade now. Like once I see it close below the green candles, I'm not looking for no buys. I'm waiting for a retrace and I'm looking for shorts. So it's the same thing I'm looking at down here. Like, so if we on a daily chart, we didn't close above. No, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just a gap. That's just a pullback. So again, on the lower time frame, we, in my opinion, we still bearish. But like you said, we could get the, that pullback up into the gap you have marked up.
Just to
But
come back
just
down. Right.
exactly. Because like I said, I'm only looking at it from just that perspective in regards to what I keep saying. The up close and down close candles. Like, it's not a significant shift. This is just a retrace back into the drop down. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion. And then we don't have an SMT to say, the shift. Like usually, like while we've been selling, either the YM took previous day high. Now we shortened it again. ES and NQ didn't take the highs. Little stuff like that. So if we don't, I don't see an SMT at the lows. So be like, all right, this one took the lows. Now we shifted. Now I'll be looking for bullish plays. So like once YM or the ES or any one of them take the lows and then it shift, then I'll kind of maybe switch my bias. But just looking at it like this, I would still be looking lower though.
I don't think we got no news for Monday and Tuesday.
Nope.
I think Wednesday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all 10 o'clock news.
So they can play what I have for another 2 days in the same damn range. If they want to.
And it left a bearish gap on the daily. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
That's why I say data is king, man. Just let this shit play out and give you an indication of which way it want to go.
Right.
Don't jump out there in front of
it. Right. Because like you said, that order block, that last down close candle, like if we hit that and do some extra stuff, then you know what I'm saying, I'll probably kind of switch it. But for now, I'll still be looking lower. But like you said, we can go up to the previous day high though. What is it, external to external? All right.
That's next. Inside day. Inside peanut butter, outside jelly.
Jelly.
Go to the 8 hour. I need to get on my computer. So. Gap. Yeah, it's super indecisive right now though.
Right. But I'm leaning for some down action too. I see it. I can see that too. Because I'm saying all I see over to the left is wicks. So if it do go down, shit, it can go down to where ain't no more wicks. Or 50% of those wicks. You know what I mean? But we can speculate all day. You know what I mean? The market gonna tell us.
Mark gonna tell us. Mark gonna tell us. Right now, we in consolidation. And you ask yourself, are you gonna wait till it take out previous day high? Previous day low, take your trade. Because it's gonna be some moves inside of here. And these are nice moves. You're talking about from the low to the high. That's 80 points on the ES. That's somebody model right there.
Right.
So now let's look at
I
pre-shift.
to be on the wrong side of it.
Right.
That's for damn sure.
And Q the only one that took out previous day high. Hold on, did it? No. Nope. Inside week.
Right.
Inside day. Inside day. Weekly perspective. And Q got almost up to previous week high. And said, nah, I ain't gonna be right. You got your inside week. But this bullish candle I'm looking at, and they're looking daily. This is where you ask yourself, does it have to take out previous day low for you to go long?
Trying to say drop that thing.
Then they be scared to buy that thing when it drop.
And boy, I got us going lower. I think I ain't too sure. It took a lot of sales side, but I got 16, 3, 4, 4, 25. Go to the monthly real quick. Hey, E, it's the same thing right there. Hey, you see it on the monthly? We closed below the green candles. Next candle came back, retraced to the open. Same thing. I just watch it on the higher time frame. That gap down there, boy.
Should have helped them out last week, Marley.
Yeah. Practice makes perfect. But it's a gap down there. Yeah. Yep. 16. That's what I'm looking at. Now, if it's do it, I don't know because, like I said, it just took a lot of sell side. That wick. That was a lot of wick to come back. But I got that marked up on my chart. Just to,
All right. And we
like I
got
said, you can make money.
10 days. How many trading days we got left? About 8.
We got 10 days to close that gap, bro.
You can keep scope. I'm just watching price.
Hey, man, Zoom got a score going, man.
Hey, man, listen. I told you. I wanted to see 20,000. That's all I wanted to see was 20K. I'm still bearish overall. I ain't bullish yet. Because I see where it could come back some more.
Wait, Eric, where you getting this 20K from? How we getting the 20K?
Talk to him, Sean.
Nah,
I can't say nothing.
I was on board with the 20K last week, but at the last, that Sunday prior to last week. But after what we saw that last week, I said, nah, we ain't getting there.
I said I would like to see 20K. They said we're going to have for sure. But I just know these cats pull stunts, man. Like, we got earnings still coming out. Tech earnings, all that shit. They can be like, oh, tariffs ain't really hurting everything right now. Tech still moving. And then they try to run that shit up. And then all of a sudden, once you get up there, oh, no, he hit you with something else. And send that shit right back down. You know what I mean? Like, you know how the game go. Yeah, you haven't been around long enough.
Serious question. In the state of this current economy, what techs are booming right now?
You just saw Netflix.
Yeah, because people at home.
That's
so
all right.
Who else is booming?
We'll see.
People at home like it's COVID. There ain't no COVID.
But also with Netflix, there is no tariffs on Netflix.
Right.
Is no tariffs on Netflix.
They might try to use that as a catalyst, try to say, oh, let's run back into tech real quick and run this thing up. They do stuff like that, man. Like, they'll do it. It's ironic that close that they did their earnings on Thursday at close, and then they killed earnings. They blow it out the water. So we'll see how that reacts with the market. You know what I mean? Because we don't know now. Shit. But they'll make whatever narrative that they want to make, depending on where they want to take it. What Max paying at? That's what you got to figure out. What the hell Max paying at? That's what they want.
Down in the 15s. That's where Max Payne is at.
That's what they want. But now how you get there, they don't just go straight to Max Payne. That's the trick. They'll push you down hard, then they'll bring you back up, give you a little false ass hope.
Nah, see, we say max pains in 15s. You guys would be scared to buy the 15s.
Who?
Because you say, oh yeah, we go to the 13s, the 10s, and then what happened? The next week, we back up 2,000, 3,000 points. To me, this is max pain right here. Because you have taken out then 2 years of price action in less than 1, 2, 3 months. That's max pain.
But that's
What?
necessary. Think about corrections, right? So we went through the same thing in, was it 2021
Yeah.
as well as 2022. So I
Yeah,
mean, it is
it's
expected. We ran. How much did we
hey,
ran during Biden's administration? So it's expected that this is the pullback, right?
right. Hey, boy, pull the chart so we can see the bottom. It did the same thing. Pull your fib from that low to the high. You ain't even got to squeeze it like that. We just want to see. It's coming back.
I think it's
Yeah,
coming these times.
yeah, from that low to the high. There you go. And
This,
it
this
gave
is
you your point two. You get what I'm saying? And it gave you the point two. You get me? So now that's why I pulled the fib. Now that's why I got 16,344. Like, yeah, it's gonna turn around, but when it turn around, it gotta give you your shift on the 4 hour. It gotta give you a pullback. It just like you said, it ain't gonna go straight the way you want it to go. So if it is gonna go higher, or when it does go higher, you're gonna have an opportunity to get in. As long as we playing time frame alignment, as long as you're looking for a pullback, 8 hour shift, daily shift. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You gonna get a chance to buy it. You don't want to just call the bottom,
right.
but you gonna see that shift. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see it on the 4 hour. It's just it takes time to play out. So I'm looking for that 16.3, that 16.334. I got that gap marked up. So we was almost there, but
You get that close, it's gonna hit a block. It gonna want that order block. You get that damn close.
right, but again, like in the same thing
You'll
ICT
have a
say,
block. You'll have a
right.
block in a gap.
Mm-hmm.
But once the only thing that's kind of like these down, we went below these down close candles. I mean these wicks. I knew the liquidity was at least here. Now
Mm-hmm.
is that enough to just send it back up a little bit and then come back down for more, and then want to get this, or is that all they want? I don't think that's all they want, but I am also aware that they could run it up some just to bring it back down. That's what they do.
I'm trying to
Just run it
hey,
all the way down, and then we just run it all the way back up. Nah, that ain't how they like to do it.
you gonna see it. NFP week.
I'm cool with it.
NFP week gonna tell the rest of the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, because they like to bring it down like the end of the week, the end of the month, or early the beginning of the first month.
Hey, E, you see it right here? What I keep talking about?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now here you go right here. So this was the move that gave you a short. I mean, that's the move that went down. As soon as we closed above it, what did we do? It's no more selling. You know what I'm saying? Up close, down close candles, and just sit and look at it like that. You could probably even do this one right here,
I
but you
do
got to
this
go
one.
to
I
the
say this is the one that told me.
right. But that up here, like from watching ICT videos and shit like that, like if this was the 1 minute chart, he's waiting for a closure above that, and then he gave you a gap too. He gone. He gonna buy
Yeah,
that.
because that's the unicorn.
Exactly. So you know what I'm
Unicorn go
saying?
that way.
So again, from the way I trade and the way I look at it, up close, down close candles, until we close above the down close candles that like took a low or just was creating a low, and we left a gap, until we get above all of that, I'm bearish. I'm looking lower time frame. I'm not, it can shift to go higher and all that. I'm waiting for the lower price though. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I look at it now. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you see it from a higher time frame is even better to see, because you can look at the 1 minute and say the same exact thing. Like you said, this one's you could have did it, but this confirmed because it gave you a bullish PD array. Like somebody probably wouldn't buy this order block because there's no gap.
I buy that bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, But that right there with the gap, that's confirmed. You know what I'm saying? Then it didn't come back. I guess it closed right above this, and it came right back into the open of that down candle. That's your buy. You know what I'm saying? ICT got 81 entries, and I know all of them. When it closed above the order block, buy. If it stop you out, hey, that's what the stop for. There you go. You know. So on the higher time frame, which is this is the monthly. The monthly ain't showing you no type of bullish action. You know, not yet. So going to lower time frames, if it's a buy, it's a retrace, like how we seen on the daily chart. It gave you that 2,000 point day. That one number to retrace, just to keep going lower, cooking. So on the monthly, if we bearish, all right, the weekly bearish, daily bearish, because until we close above these down close candles on this weekly chart, I'm bearish. Like, you know.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
Another Sunday. We just wait.
Yeah.
Ain't no rush. It's Easter Sunday. Marley on the grill.
No, Marley with the smokes. You know about it.
He's trying to resurrect his lungs.
Man,
Oh, that's right. 022, man. Yeah.
Oh, 20,
420, you
right.
know? That's what I said. I'm finna get on my computer. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to twist it. I'm finna just like how you looking
020.
at it. I'm finna get on Zoom. I'm finna get on the charts and back test the week on the 5 minute and just look at how I fuck. Well, I ain't really fuck up, but Tuesday and Wednesday was wait days. You had to wait. So I'm finna back test the week on the 5 minute. And hey, I suggest everybody else do it and do what I said. Look at the green candles and look at the up close and down close candles. I can assure you would see what I see in regards to shorts and buys and stuff like that. Because every day was bearish this week. If you waited on the 5 minute.
That's what's up.
Mm.
Hey, as we always say,